Breaking overnight, a fight in downtown Orlando leads to gunfire and chaos. A suspect opens fire into a crowd, hitting 7 people. Fox 35's Matt Trezza is live in downtown Orlando this morning. Matt, police say they're still reviewing footage of the incident from security cameras.
Still a lot of information to go over on behalf of Orlando police at this point. We're at the intersection of Orange and Washington in downtown Orlando. The street is still closed down from Orange, where I am, and Washington Street, all the way down past Wall Street to Central down there. You can see still a lot of cleanup that needs to go on here. Lots of debris covering the street in the aftermath of the chaos that happened last night after the bars closed here. Now, a viewer sent us video of the aftermath of the shooting.
Look at this shit. Look at this crowd. Look at this crowd.
Downtown.
Hoochie Mama's, Sun Man.
Yeah, that area, I've been to Orlando many times, and the last time was probably about 4 years ago, and it just gets sunnier and sunnier for some reason every year.
Yeah. All the white people go party at that adult place in Disneyland or in Disney World.
Yeah, this is, Orlando's been bad for a while. I've been covering it for a while. But this downtown part, like you said, it's starting to get like they're taking over the downtown of everywhere.
Everywhere. Hey, Ike, if the Sun Brothers want to kill each other, fuck it. Can you leave the rest of us out of it, though?
No.
Of the aftermath of the shooting, the immediate aftermath, Orlando police saying this chaos started around 2 a.m. near Wall Street and South Orange Avenue. They say the bars were closing and a huge fight broke out while the brawl was happening. Police say someone pulled out a gun and started...
all these fucking Sun men, man. There's no way this place could have been safe, man. Look at all this shit.
While the brawl was happening, police say someone pulled out a gun and started shooting. Bullets hit 7 people. Paramedics took 6 to ORMC. A 7th person drove themselves to Advent Health. Police say all the victims are at this point in stable condition.
7 shot, no one dead. Sun man. So, salute to Cash Omar with the $5 cash app. He says, BK hold this L. Yeah. No doubt.
That's the context clue, the 7 shot, no dead.
Yeah, 7 shot, no dead, man. It wasn't that white guy didn't come down there and fucking shoot up these black people.
They all catching ricochets.
We're still in preliminary stages. We're still checking any video. We're going to check our private partner videos, see if we can get any help from that. And our detectives are just starting the investigation. We're still at preliminary stages, so we're just getting started on this.
Police are reviewing surveillance video of the scene right now, but they're asking anyone with information about this shooting to please call and let them know. You can reach out to them by calling 911. Or remember, you can always stay anonymous. You can also call Crime Line. That number is 800-423-TIPS, 800-423-TIPS. Live in
French Revolution.
Tackling a dramatic rise in gun violence. Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler has declared a state of emergency in Portland. He has outlined his plan to tackle the issue. And this comes after an alarming study was released last week that shows gun violence in Portland is growing fast. Fox 12's Adrian Thomas is live now at Portland City Hall with a breakdown of the mayor's plan. Adrian?
Well, Nora, that plan is called Safer Summer PDX, and it's a plan that's costing the city $2.4 million to...
Look how much they cost. It costs $2.4 million, and then at the end of the year, they're going to be complaining that there's not been enough investment into their community. They don't spend money on our community like they do other communities. Well, just managing you guys, just dealing with you guys is like, it's very expensive, man.
That plan is called Safer Summer PDX, and it's a plan that's costing the city $2.4 million to address gun violence at its core. The mayor also announcing this afternoon that 16 new police officer recruits were sworn in at the Portland Police Bureau. Now, Wheeler's announcement comes after a deadly week of shootings in and around Portland. The mayor says Safer Summer PDX will involve intense outreach directly to populations at most risk to experiencing gun violence based on research data. The mayor says his plan takes a, quote, community-based violence intervention approach, which the mayor says involves outreach workers going directly into the areas of the city seeing the most shootings and reaching out to those most at risk.
Safer Summer PDX is accompanied by an emergency declaration that will implement the plan in an agile, accountable, coordinated, and fair manner, reducing Portland's gun violence by at least 10% over the next 2 years.
A local community organizer we spoke with says its Vital Wheelers plan succeeds at taking a multi-pronged approach in addressing gun violence and not overusing resources for one population and neglecting another. This could include gun violence related to those experiencing homelessness, domestic violence, or gun violence related to drugs or gangs.
Unless he has a line item of those things and an agenda to address each of those, we'll still be chasing our tail.
Look at this community organizer, man.
Until they put up signs around town saying some man got to leave by Sunday at noon, they're going to continue to have a problem.
Yeah, look at this guy. This guy's, and what did he do to be a leader? But just step up to the, there's no qualification. There's no certificate these people have to have. It's just okay, I'm the community leader. I grabbed the bullhorn when some nigga got killed and started yelling and shit.
We have to develop a strategy that addresses all forms of the danger.
Now, from 2019 to 2021, Portland experienced over a 140% increase in homicides.
Did you hear that? Because that's the key. You have to go back to 2019. You can't say, from 2021 to 2022. You have to go back to 2019 to find out what's really going on. Because that's before the summer of Floyd and the Blackistanian Spring.
Now, from 2019 to 2021, Portland experienced over a 140% increase in homicides. That, according to a study that was released just last week. More on the mayor's announcement and more community reaction coming up tonight right here on Fox 12.
140-something increase in fucking homicides?
At one time, that was an 800% increase. So I don't know how it's 140 now. The numbers didn't go down.
And just remember, his program, they said we're gonna lower gun violence at least 10% over 2 years. That's not gonna keep up with the gun violence.
Exactly. It's not gonna put a dent in it. What's the demographics in Portland? How many Sun people we got in Portland?
Let me look.
I think it was something like 5%.
It's looking like 6% Sunny, 75% Glider, almost 9% Crouching Tiger. But then there's a mix of 7% or two or more races.
So basically, let's just say there's 6% Sun people, full Sun people, right? 6%, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at the government one. 6% of the population is doing this. Look at the government one. Look at this shit. Look at this. 6% of the population. They're at least 80% of the gun, at least maybe 70, 80% of the fucking gunshot victims. Look at these niggas and look at these guys. These guys look like they could be from anywhere. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Shooting site and put by each picture the amount of people that were shot, who they were shot by, time of day, and the local percentage of the population. Put all of the data points on one website to look at.
Look at this shit. I mean, we're talking about a dangerous place, man. Those brothers don't look like what you would expect to see in Portland. Those brothers look like some serious brothers, man. You know what I'm saying?
They all came up from LA.
Okay, because that look like, them brothers look like they could be anywhere, man.
A lot of gangbangers from California go up there when they're when they're trying to hide out, and they wind up staying.
Near the corner of Southeast Powell Boulevard and 124th Avenue in Portland, in the Powellhurst-Gilbert neighborhood, the family of Aaron Falstead Martin gathered together Tuesday, taping up his picture and adding more candles and flowers to this memorial, all while trying to process the waves of grief.
And I never thought in my 49 years that I would be right.
Look at these women, man. My God, that's a rough-looking bunch of women, man. Like, that's just a rough bunch, man.
Real. All while trying to process the waves of grief.
And
that's a rough bunch of this looks like drag queen story.
And this looks like the place old drag queens go to die.
This is crazy, and I know they're grieving, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, they care. They show they care.
They care, but golly, man, this is what's important. That's what I'm trying to say. You like, this is Portland. They make up 6% of the population, but they look like this. That's why I tell you guys. Hold on, Mel. That's why I tell you guys. I think Wicked was trying to tell you the other day. You can't compete. Like, it doesn't take 1,000 gangbangers coming to your city. It takes 10 of them. They'll bring their boyfriends and their fucking teenage kids, and your city will be ruined like that.
To this memorial, all while trying to process the waves of grief.
And I never thought in my 49 years that I would be right here. This is crazy. There's no way I should have to be here.
Shalonda Falstead Martin is his wife.
I know people get on these cameras and
I wish Black Gen Z was here. You expect us to wife? They expect us to wife that up. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
How old was the dude?
I don't know. That's you niggas' wives, man. This is you. This is who you're married to.
And I never thought in my 49 years that I would be.
Yeah, she's like 10 years older or 5 years older.
49?
She's an old lady.
He's 49.
That's where that comes from, huh?
He's 44. He's 44.
Damn.
He's my age. He's 44.
That motherfucker stopped the first place he got out of prison.
That probably makes more sense. That's probably what explains this.
Right here. This is crazy. There's no way I should have to be here.
You know who she looked like? Big Herc. You know Big Herc?
Oh, shit.
Oh, fresh out?
Yeah, she looked like Herc, man.
Ugh.
Facts, man. You don't think so? She looked like Herc. Like, look at that.
I don't want to see it, but damn, Art.
She wears contacts or something too. Look at her eye color. It looks different. It looks weird.
That's her. That might be. She might be.
She's stoned out of her fucking mind. Fucking eyes are all bloodshot.
And I never thought in my 49 years that I would be right here. This is crazy. There's no way I should have to be here.
Shalonda Falstead Martin is his wife.
I know people get on these cameras and swear up and down, oh, their family member was the best. No, he wasn't perfect, but he was a good person, and he didn't deserve nothing that happened to him.
Portland.
I respect her for that. She ain't lie. She ain't lie. Even though she didn't say it. He's not perfect. I guess that's the best we can get, but that's the most truth we can get out of a son, sister. He wasn't perfect.
The guy to feel sorry for here, though, is the guy that owns that fence.
So it went from 36 in 2019 to 55 in 2020 to 92 in 2021.
Jesus Christ.
So they might catch up to this by, never.
They want to cut that down 10%, right? So they want to cut it down to 83.
But Jack swears up and down George Floyd didn't have shit to do with shit.
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously like that's a huge jump, like and the way that feels too, because like when you live somewhere in Chicago, right, where it's 800 every year, and even after the summer of Floyd, it's still going to be 800 because they really can't do no worse than they already were doing. It's different than living in a place where it's 36 and it jumps to 92 because you feel it. It's not like you were accustomed to constant shit. You were accustomed to a normal way of living. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
The highest year prior to that was 1987 with 70.
87? Damn.
We used to have 500, 500, 550. Now we're 850, 900.
Nah, y'all had a spurt there in the early 2000s where y'all dropped down to like 500. But that was a deviation. That wasn't like the norm. Y'all had 900 all through the 90s. You had,
you know what I mean?
Huh?
When they cracked down on crime, and they were doing like stop and frisk.
Yeah. But without stopping first, I mean, you can't. These people are going to kill each other unless you have like stop and frisk and shit like that. So yeah, but Portland is different because you had 6% of the population committing those 36
Hey, Wicked,
murders.
have you ever gone to HeyJackass.com?
Yeah, I showed that in my videos a lot.
Yeah, I go on there all the time. He does a great job.
Yo,
he does a really good job. You should check out CWB Chicago, man. He does a great job as well.
Yeah, I he doesn't do videos. He just does articles, but he's very, very good, man. CWB, yeah. But when you have 36 murders in the city and it's done by 6% of your population, you can kind of like ignore that. Oh, that's just them. That's what they do over there. But then when they up it to 90 and they're downtown, you know, and it's fucking all over the fucking place, and it's not just them doing what they do, you know, that's just what black people do. Just stay away from that side of town. It's these people in that town feel this shit.
Portland police say the 44-year-old father was shot and killed last Friday. Family tells us they set up his memorial in the place officers found his body.
Just need these detectives to do their job.
She just need these detectives to do their job. In Portland, this was probably the third worst place during Floyd, behind Minneapolis and Seattle. This was the worst. This was the one where they were protesting like even after the election, right?
Oh
even
my God! They were trying to burn down the federal courthouse. They were trying to burn down police stations. There's like an ICE facility somewhere in downtown Portland. They were trying to burn down. It was nuts.
Yeah, and now
they had like 200 straight days of riots in Portland.
Yeah, exactly. They were protesting well after everyone had said, all right, we got what we wanted. Biden's in office, Trump's out, and everyone, you know, kind of like shut it off, like the spout off, and kind of like went back to business as usual. Portland was still protesting, and the sisters there, super woke, hate the police, get rid of the police. And now her thug boyfriend gets killed, and it's these detectives need to do their job. Why not? Wouldn't it be better just to have a little bit of tact in class to be like, we hope the police, we support the police in doing their job, or we hope the police do a great job finding this. The police need to do their job.
Hey, AK, in the back chat is the reason why they're not. And also, it expands education a little bit and expands to the military, which, till I heard it, I never even considered why it would expand to the military. These are just facts. You can actually go to I gave you the court case where it came from, but the stuff that came afterwards is why this crap is going on unchecked.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna check it out, dude. Sebastian Kim says, R.I.P. Noah Shahanavaz, Indiana police officer killed by a demon who should have been in prison. Separation is the only option. Glider men must do something now, or we will get devoured. I thought you were a crouching tiger with your last name Kim, man. You sure you ain't a crouching glider, man? Sebastian Kim?
Hey, I got to run. Early night for me. Take it easy, everyone.
Yeah, man. Salute, Jimmy, man. Keep us updated on the neighbors, man.
Same sound like a weirdo.
All right, man.
I listened to Gen Z yesterday.
Who's that? So
you had his block. We had 25 people on the screen, and I hear this often here. Like, what are you going to do about it in your community? What are you going to do about it in the white community?
Right.
Stuff like that. Now, the fact is, I don't care what community you so-called live in, there ain't shit you can do about it personally as an individual. All you can do is you take care of yourself, you take care of your loved ones, your friends, and realize at the end of the day, it may not be enough.
All right, we're getting a lot of boot emojis in the comment section. Thank you, Bill.
Found his body.
Just need these detectives to do their job.
Getting booty, sir?
Like,
Wow.
really do their
boot
job.
emojis.
Because to me, when our black men is getting killed, they don't care.
Oh, God. When our black men is getting killed, they don't care.
Why should they care?
But it's a lie. Everyone cares. They put $2.4 million in the truck. See, this is the thing, Marcy. She's lying. They just the last story was they put $2.4 million in to try to stop this shit. Everyone's trying to stop this shit. Everyone's pulling their hair out to try to stop this shit.
Well, of course you can't tell them that because, like I said before, you shower them with tons of evidence, they won't get it. They don't want to get it.
But what I'm saying is, what you said is kind of like, and I'm not telling you to dish you or anything, but what you said is how liberals respond. Like, for instance, if you were to be like, if somebody was to say, man, police, when police kill a black man, they don't care. And it's like, yeah, and the liberal would say, yeah, but should we expect them to care? And it's like, well, goddamn, every night on the fucking news, the fucking lead story is some black man getting killed by a cop. But they still a Sun man will still say that no one cares.
Yeah, you know who doesn't care? You know who really doesn't care?
What?
You know who really does not care? The Sun man. They don't
exactly.
That's why I said that.
Exactly. But you understand what I'm saying, though, right?
No, I get what you're saying.
We legitimize the lie. You know what I'm saying? We legitimize the lie. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't legitimize their lie. She's lying. Everyone cares about this. Now, is it mainstream news? Is it like, are they doing like what they need to do about it? No, they're not giving a fucking crime bill about it. They're not doing what is necessary. But they're doing all these little things. Rec centers, they're doing all the shit that they say that they think, like, you know.
But they're doing programs, They're doing all the things that the black leaders are telling them.
Exactly. Great point. They're doing the things that the black people are asking for because the black people don't want them to do what they need to do.
But a crime bill means locking up their sons and their baby daddies, etc.
Oh well.
Exactly. But just look at how she says. First, she said the police need to do what they need. Like the ungratefulness, woman.
And this is the first time she has ever probably in her life wanted the cops to do their job.
Exactly. If it wasn't for glider society, she'd be running around some village with a bone through her nose, talking like this, and chasing a goat into the fucking forest or some shit.
She ain't far from that now.
But what I'm saying is the ungratefulness.
Portland police say the 44-year-old father was shot and killed last Friday. Family tells us they set up his memorial in the place officers found his body.
Just need these detectives to do their job. Like, really, really do their job. Because to me, when our black men is getting killed, they don't care. They do not care.
So far this year in Portland, there have been at least 49 homicides and 670 shootings. This weekend alone,
670 shootings, 49 homicides. That is a context clue. 670 shootings, 49 homicides.
Yeah, a partridge in a pear tree.
If that was gliders, it would. If gliders had 679 shootings in one city, it would be fucking 500 fucking murders. You know what I'm saying? It would be 400 or 500 murders.
4 people were killed. In Portland, there have been at least 49 homicides and 670 shootings. This weekend alone, 4 people were killed, including Falstead Martin, in multiple shootings across the city.
People don't realize when you hurt other people, it doesn't just affect that person.
Shalonda wants everyone to remember that as her own family mourns the loss of a brother, a father, a husband.
You never know what might happen to one of your family members. One day you might be up here in the same position. So you should think before you react. People need to think long and hard before they make the choices that they make.
While PPB ruled his death a homicide, they have not released any information about a suspect at this time.
Is that a man? That looks like a man. Oh my God!
It is Portland.
Yeah, man, that's a rough looking glider, man. Oh, yikes. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Yeah. So that's Portland, man. Give me another city, man. We go to one, man. We go to 1 o'clock, man.
Once the city's gone, it's gone forever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's hard to turn this stuff around, man. It's so hard, man. Because unless you do what you need to do, unless you're willing to stop and frisk, broken windows, crime bill, unabashed too, like none of that. Like, one black person got stopped and frisked erroneously, and now we got to shut the whole fucking thing down because that one guy got stopped and frisked.
Right.
None of that shit, because that's how black people do.
Or if the cop beat a suspect's ass who was armed, he was armed.
Yeah, it's like the black people, the thing about that shit is that we weren't meant for societies, man. Society is just not, we would have never made a society like this. And we shouldn't be held accountable for living here. The only reason I'm saying do all this shit is because we won't leave. You won't kick us out. And it's a safety issue. You know what I'm saying? If we would leave or y'all would kick us out, then fine. You can't say nothing about it. But the fact that we're just going to keep staying here and we know we're not fit, we're not equipped to function in this version of a society.